Hey everybody, KC here. So I'm in Santa Monica, California on the 3rd Street Promenade. Now you may remember a few weeks ago I was here and as part of another story I mentioned the fact that the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica has fallen on hard times. That this used to be a place that was just so energetic. There were so many bars and restaurants and movie theaters and stuff, and it was just always a really energetic, hopping place to go. And it's not like that anymore. Okay, COVID killed it. Santa Monica has had issues with things like homelessness, and it's really fallen on hard times. I can't tell you how many empty stores there are. That said, I found a little life, a little bit of light here on the Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade, and it's a store called Outlandish. And this is a really interesting concept for a store because basically it is a physical location, okay, for brands that are pretty much only sold on TikTok. And basically what happens is that Outlandish is part of a marketing agency, and they've developed this concept where if you're selling through TikTok, they will actually help you sell your products on that site, and they will also have some of them sold in this physical location, and you can actually see people in there who actually are Outlandish employees. They're not the actual people who are creating and selling the product, but they're online, they're streaming, live streaming, selling product. And it's really kind of interesting, and the place has a little bit of energy going to it. Listen, this is for young people who are on TikTok selling, they're willing to buy on TikTok, but it's interesting to see a different kind of economic model that is tied to a social media site, but also to a physical location. Now, I don't know how scalable this is. I've always been a little skeptical about the whole notion of influencers. Not even so much that, listen, clearly they have a lot of influence now. I just don't know what comes after influencers. So there may be an expiration date on this, but I'm not sure. Plus, right now, they're pretty much only working with TikTok. They do a little work with some other social media sites. There may be opportunities as social sites get into social selling to develop an even bigger business model, helping more and more companies. But listen, they're selling in there a $45 Dubai chocolate bar, $45, and they can't keep it in stock. A lot of that's online, but having a physical presence is really, really interesting. Listen, it points to the kinds of things that retailers have to do. They have to look for new opportunities. Are there ways to have food influencers in their stores, maybe live streaming from time to time? Is there a way to be finding product they should be having in the store and sourcing it based on who's selling a lot of product through TikTok? Now, part of the problem is a lot of these companies aren't built to sell product to a 5-store chain, much less a 50 or 500 store chain. But there's all sorts of opportunity here, it seems to me, to identify new sources of product and to create new sources of energy for the retail experience. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.